Hello, Booty. This is Alan. I'm here for Friday Reads. My took my phone and tripod to the gym today to do a live stream on my Instagram page, and I did that yesterday also at the gym to do live. It worked really well. I had problems with the phone actually popping out of the tripod. Well, today I took my tried to put my phone into the tripod, kept popping out. Tried it again, and the tripod broke. The little top portion which holds the phone together. So yeah, it was kind of frustrating. But I've managed to do a live stream on my Instagram page of me working out. So I finished one book. Let me bring it up here on my Kindle. Excuse me for the interruption here. It takes a while. This one right here, it's called Memories in the Drift by Melissa Payne. This one right here. Hold it a little bit closer. This one is a sort of a book of the month where Kindle Unlimited sends you a book and you choose to read it or not. So I think it's only available on Kindle. And last month I didn't do one because I just got my Kindle. And this month I decided to go ahead and try Memories in the Drift by Melissa Payne. This book is incredible. It has the main female character is named Claire. She lives in Whittier, Alaska, which is a very small town, only 12 square meters. Um, there's not much to do in Whittier, Alaska. They have like entire population. It's very small. There is and this lady named Claire lives on the 14th floor of this one building. Probably the only building that has the residents live. Excuse me, nobody lives in the house. There's a lot of wildlife around, the bears, reindeers, and it's mostly off the waterway there in Alaska because there's a lot of fishing um, going on. She sees a orca outside her bed window of her apartment, and she has and I don't know the medical term for it, but she suffers from a short-term memory loss where she has to write down, and she's like 30 years old, and she has to write down everything in the notebook. In a notebook, everything. She has to set her what clothes she's wearing the next day, like purples for Monday, yellows for Tuesday, the socks. She has her sticky notes everywhere. She had a dinner party, and she had a reminder that she'd have a dinner party and you have to fix this type of salad. And she keeps getting reminders like that all the time because of her short term memory loss. Her friends show up at this dinner party, and one of the friends named Ruth has a range brownies, and tells Claire that she brought brownies to dessert. Well, Claire is eating the brownie later on and said, "Oh, this is so good. Who made this?" Even though she was told several times over that Ruth made the brownies. And when she can't understand something, like, for instance, she had wrote down on the community board that she'll be teaching guitar lessons she looks at that and on this message on the board, community board, and wonders who wrote that. And she'll flip through, she get anxiety and start flipping through the notebooks real fast and wondering who wrote it. Who put that message on the board, because she can't find anything in her notebooks about that she's going to teach guitar lessons. And it is, so you have a lot of backstory to this novel. And you have her mother was a drunk alcoholic who left the family. She got pregnant by her boyfriend named Tate, who also abandoned her. And so she clings to just a circle of friends who actually know about her memory loss. And her baby died. Baby died when she was given birth. So she has problems. Can't remember a name. Somebody tells her a name. A couple of seconds later, she'll forget it. She'll forget the name. And everybody knows this, that's around her. And the book is about forgiveness. She's living in the past. That her mother's always an alcoholic. Her mother's always a liar. And her mother actually shows up after she had left the family. And shows up in Whittier. But she cannot understand that her mother is still there. Her mother's there and has been sober for so long and wants to get back together with her. Her boyfriend who got her pregnant is there also in Whittier. He has come back after he vanished. He has come back, and she can't see that either. So it's basically repentance, about forgiveness, about letting things that harbor you've past go, or they can cause more harm than good. The next book, which I was reading, this, I'm going to bring it up here, is, I told you this one before, and that's Outlander. This one here, this is part 4. I'm reading part 4 of Outlander. And I don't know how I did this, but the main female character in Outlander is named Claire. Just like the name of the one in Memories in the Drift. Her name is Claire also. So what are the odds of that? So Outlander, I'm on book 4. And in book 3, Claire and this guy here, Jamie, it's in 1745, it's the year. Well, Claire and Jamie have to get married. And the reason they have to get married is because of Captain Randall. Captain Randall is the head of the and a big forge, and he's gonna accuse her, Claire, of being a spy for the British. So in order to stop Captain Randall, who incidentally was Claire's that's Claire's husband back in 1946. That's her husband Frank. That's his ancestor, was Captain Randall. Keep saying that he just looks just like him. And so Jamie and Claire get married in book 3. There are 8 incidents of sexual encounters with Jamie and Claire. 8 of them. There are 2 that are extremely hot. There's also 2 attempted rapes in part 3. Now, I went on the Goodreads page and see what some people say about Outlander. And they all point to the attempted rape of Claire. and they said that it shouldn't be there, but it was attempted rape. And each incident of the attempted rape, Claire's female anatomy, the top part of her female anatomy, is exposed. Once, when Claire and Jamie are lying down in the meadow, and two guys come up, one holds a gun to Jamie, who's on top of Claire, and he has to get up. And so one of the guys, takes advantage of a woman who is exposed. Her anatomy, front part of her anatomy is exposed. And a lot of people objected to that. Well, this is 1745. It's not 2000 or 2020. What do you expect's going to happen? There's no modesty at all back in 1745. And so, it's you have to have a mindset back in 1745 rather than in the present day, or even in 1946 where Claire is from. Well, that's there's another one that I read. Let me get the book. It's my brother's book that he got when he was in high school, and he gave it to me for my birthday. This is Southern Experience in Short Fiction, edited by Alan S. Diane and Thomas N. Waters. I read four books by here's four short stories actually. William Faulkner's Barn Burning. Carolyn Gordon's the first time I've ever read William Faulkner. Carolyn Gordon's Old Red. And I never heard of Carolyn Gordon. And then Richard Wright's two short stories, Long Black Song and The Man Who Was Almost a Man. And those two, and all four of them are very good and prose-worthy writings. Little short stories about the South and what is going on. Long Black Song is actually by Richard Wright. It's about a black woman who is home alone with her child, her baby. This man comes up to the house selling clocks. Well, he takes advantage of her. And the ladies come. Let's see if I can find her name here. Her husband comes back from selling cotton and finds some evidences of this white man who's a door-to-door salesman. Her husband's name is Silas. And evidence in the bedroom of this man being there. He left his hat there and things of that nature. And so Silas says this. So as there is a God in heaven, I will. From sun up to sundown, I works me guts out to pay them white trash bastards what I owe 'em. And then I'll come and finds they been in my house. I can't go into their houses. No, you goddamn can't. They don't have no mercy on no black folks. We just like dirt under their feet. For 10 years, I slaves like a dog to get my farm free, giving every penny and kin to them. And then I comes and thins they been in my house. If y'all wants to eat at my table, y'all's gonna keep them white trash bastards out, you'll hear. He had no business leaving it here. And y'all had no y'all had no business letting him in. I'm gonna tell that son of a bitch something when he comes out here in the morning. So help me God. Now get back to the bed. So that's the so Richard Wright uses the language of that day, the different language that was in the South and uneducated. And one thing before I leave, Russian Life magazines had this wall calendar for next year. This is next year's calendar with the pictures here of for each month. Went ahead and ordered it, along with the a desk calendar. It comes with also with the desk calendar. So they sent it to me, which was real nice of them. And then this week they sent me a message on my an email asking me to review the calendar. Now, how does one review a calendar? I still haven't figured that one out. Like how you can review a book, but how do you review a calendar? That's really strange. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. And have a good weekend.